Okay, we're going to start with the nation. Confrontation breaks out between Fubara and lawmakers. Obasa returns as Lagos House Speaker. Tribunal resolves judgment in Edo PDP Igodalo's petition against Okwebolo. Natasha's allegation nobody can force Akpabio out, says King Dakolo. 1.09 billion naira insurance cover for assets, personnel at federal airports. Why control of illegal mining is difficult by Alake. And NNPCL slashes petrol price to 860 naira in Lagos, 880 in Abuja. I saw that and I just laughed when I drove past and they said, they don't teach you.
All of them.
They've adjusted their pumps. Okay, which story are we starting with?
Okay, let me start with. Okay, go ahead,
okay, let me start with this because the way they say it is that they started and Dangote copied. According to the Nation, it says NNPCL yesterday reduced the retail price of petrol across its retail outlets in the country. In Lagos, the petrol outlet sold at 860 from 945 naira per litre. The same commodity sold in Abuja at 880 naira from a previous 965 naira. The latest price, they say, comes 2 weeks after NNPCL reduced the pump price in Lagos to 945 naira per litre, and then 5 days after Dangote Refinery implemented a reduction. So they said they started it. So as of now, both the prices are similar. NNPCL and Dangote prices.
If their prices were reduced, why are we all lining up at the MRS?
People do not get their own story first, so they're now telling you. They said, was 5 days after that Dangote changed his own price.
My old customers at the NNPC to the MRS on Ogudu, Alapere side, and bought from there. The queue there extended all the way to the NNPC. And I joined that queue, small. I went to buy at 860. So as I was coming through there yesterday, I saw that it was now 860. I was like, my old customer. It wasn't on Sunday, but I saw that it had changed. But I have the River State drama. So you know that River State governors, they inherited the tradition of press briefing, public speaking from Wiki. So Fubara, yesterday, the House sat and somebody moved a motion, one of the honorables moved a motion that the budget should be represented because the House will go on their recess by Friday. And so somebody said they should give the governor 48 hours to do that. I don't expect any changes. You know, the budget, now you give 4 people and I just give them. But then governor now went out and he was talking, says, my government, I am not afraid of anybody. River State people, you see, my government, every time we take a step, a spanner is thrown in our wheel and, you know, it's like we take 10 steps backward. What my government is facing, asking the youth to be resolute, telling them to take their destiny in their own hands. At some point, as I'm reading all this speech, I'm afraid that, you know, is governor asking them to be, you know, because this is a Supreme Court judgment and you're a democratically elected governor. There's a way to play it. See the way they are playing in Lagos. It's like they didn't have governor. You know, he did not put his mouth. What did not consign him. You know, so you can play the game. It's a democracy. Let the House of Assembly approve what they ought to approve while you run the executive as you ought to. But he's now decrying the back and forth, even though he had said in public places that he would, you know, uphold the Supreme Court judgment. He said that the state was trying to threaten him, saying that the House of Assembly was trying to threaten him, saying that the state will be plunged into financial crisis because of their 12-week recess. Me too, I'm wondering which 12 weeks now they go. You people just came back. Never work, you know. But you know, everybody likes to do their own selfishness. You people have been on a break forever. You've been in court. You come back, take the business of lawmaking into a serious business. But until they go another break.
Okay, so yes, so political, social, and cultural sensitivities are major impediments to controlled mining activities in the country, says the Solid Minerals Development Minister, Dele Alake. He also explained that the Federal Executive Council has okayed 2.5 billion for the purchase of satellite surveillance equipment to combat illegal and unregulated mining nationwide. They said that in Abuja yesterday, during the FEC meeting, that 350 illegal miners have been arrested in recent months, and 150 of them are currently facing prosecution, while 9, including 4 foreigners, have already been convicted. He also stated that irrespective of the fact that mining activities falls within the executive rights or list, that the Land Use Act also invests ownership of lands within the states, give the states the right, therefore, that the states have a say in mining activities. Yes. He also said that after meeting with 32 of the governors, that they've now started something that they call the special purpose vehicle, where state-owned companies now can apply for mining licenses, and they are begging the state governors to collaborate with them to ensure that illegal mining activities are curtailed, that we can move forward and actually make money and enough revenue from mining activities within the country. Okay, so King Dakolo of I think it's chairman of the Bayelsa State Traditional Rulers Council, King Bakolo, was saying yesterday that he has rejected the calls for the Senate President to resign following the allegations of sexual harassment made against him by Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. He said that he's backing Akpabio, saying that the South stand with Akpabio. He expressed implicit confidence in the presiding officer's integrity. I have confidence in Senator Godswill Akpabio. He is the son of the South who has lived a life that has projected a commendable legacy. Saying that the call for inquiry should be done in the Senate and shouldn't be something where he's asked to resign. Well, we don't know if that's patriarchy speaking or if it's just his own personal opinion. Moving on now to The Punch. How Akande-Led panel forced Meranda out and reinstated Obasa. Residents lament as disco plunges Lagos Air Force Base into 12-day blackout. FG avoiding confrontation with governors over mining sites, says Minister. NNPCL stations have reduced petrol price to 860 naira per litre. FEC approved 734 billion naira for Oyo Ogbomosho Road and others. Ramadan, Kebbi, Bauchi, Kano rebuff Khan, says schools remain closed. Rivers budget for Barra Assembly set for fresh showdown. Governor-led supporters. Okay.
Should I start with the
yes, now.
So,
that's what we're waiting for.
I said yes now.
So 49 days after.
Sadly. 49, you start with sadly.
Unfortunately.
49 days after Honorable Mojisola Meranda was made speaker after the removal of the new speaker now, the re-elected speaker of the House of Assembly in Lagos State, she was made to step down. And the headline carries that how the Akande-Led panel forced Meranda out and reinstated Obasa. So yesterday, well, even though the panel had already, carried out his duty, and he was directed by the president to put in place order, because immediately the removal was done, the now speaker, we will clash very well with terms today. So the now speaker, the re-elected speaker, was in the US at the time, and so he started a protest about it. He also went to court and called on the party leaders to come to put sanity in place. And so she was invited by the state chairman for the APC, Colonel Ojelabi, as well as him and other chiefs of the house, and they had a meeting outside the assembly yesterday before they went in for plenary. And when they went in for plenary, Honorable Mojisola Meranda gave an outstanding speech saying that she has done this only for democracy, which is one of the things I would like that Rivers State copy. She said she's done this for the progress of Lagos State as well. And then she gave her speech, and then she stepped down and went back to her position of deputy speaker, while all the other positions were also taken in that sitting.
I think the sad part is that we all wanted that woman speaker. But the reality is what the current speaker has said, that listen, I'm not against impeachment or removal, but do it the right way. Let us uphold what democracy is supposed to stand for. Let's obey the rule of law, which is what he was clamoring for. That I'm not against you impeaching me, but do it the right way. So we guess that to see how.
I also like the fact that the moment the re-elected speaker took office, there's a new sound to his persona. He used to be so confrontational in speech and language, but yesterday, the moment he came in, he acknowledged his honorable members, sort of, agreeing to, their grievances. Because when you have 30, if you have 30 lawmakers voting you out, you have that's your feedback, whether you like it or not. So whatever politics happened, it has happened.
But remember, he also said that we're all friends, we're a family. Even Miranda, that she's my good person.
I acknowledge her sacrifice.
Yes.
You know, he commended her and he called her a loyalist, knowing that what had to be done was done. That's politics.
Yeah. So okay, that's clean politics.
Clean politics.
Let's go on a short break. We're going to come back and continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.